Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today is the day 3 for our EVE series. Today we are going to talk about how we can set up a lab for Panorama. Okay, so in this video I'll be covering what is the resource that is required, like the RAM and the CPU, and also I'll cover how we can set up the lab and get the image for Panorama, how exactly the GUI work for Panorama, and some kind of initial configuration which requires to access the GUI. Okay, so this is very much important guys for setting the lab for Panorama. And Panorama, if you are going to any company, you will be getting Panorama, so I'll highly recommend you to build a lab for Panorama. So guys, in this series I'm planning to cover all the complex labs that I am doing for my videos, which I'm doing for my practical labs. Okay, because I'm getting a lot of requests via email that how we can set up a lab for Panorama, or how I can set up for F5, how we can set up for like other devices as well, like what exactly you are doing for the cloud configuration. So everything I'll be covering in this series, so I'll request you to please follow the series. The name of the playlist would be EVE. You can find it in my channel. Okay, so I'll request you to please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss a video from me. So without any further delay, let's get started. So now friends, we have to get the image and then we have to set up the lab for Panorama. Okay, to get the image there are two ways. The first way, I have provided a Google Drive link which is available in the description box. You can download directly from there. Okay, and the version of that Panorama is 10.1.0. okay, and there is another way. Let's say if you are working for some company and there you are supporting Palo Alto devices. Okay, there you should have an access of support portal. So support portal is nothing but a customer support portal. Okay, now you have to take a permission from your client, or maybe if you are working for your own company, then you can take a permission from your manager, and you can download the Panorama image from there. Like you can download 0.0.0 or some other version which is you want to use it. Okay, so where you can find it, you just log into the customer support portal and go to updates. In updates you'll find a software update, right? And there you can search for Panorama here in the search box, and in the browser search you just type QCW2. okay, once you search this you'll get the image which is compatible with EVE. Okay, so once you get the image, now you have to import that image to EVE. Okay, so import, I'll show you how it can be done. So friends, now we'll see how we can import the images to EVE. So first of all we have to open WinSCP. Okay, so and you have to browse through the EVE IP address. Once you start VMware, in the VMware, once you start the EVE, you'll get the IP address. So you have to browse through that IP address. So 192.168.202.129, I guess. So 202.129. okay, login. Now here you have to put the username as root and password as EVE. Okay, now you'll get to this one. So you have to go to first the OPT. Okay, and then unit lab, then you have to go to add-ons, and you have to go to QMO. This is the path you have to go through. Okay, now here you go and create a new directory file. Okay, now you can just name it. You have to follow the naming convention. Where you can find the naming convention? you will be finding in the EveNG website. So EveNG naming, okay. So go here and try to search for Panorama, Panorama, okay. So the Panorama name should have to be like this. So we'll just write like this. So Panorama 10.1.0, fine, okay. Now so here you have already named it. Now you have to put the images over here. So I have saved the images in this one, okay. So where is the image? I guess it is there in this one, okay, Panorama. And you have to import this kind of file which ends with QCW2, okay. Now you have to move here. So now it is uploading, the file is uploading. So till that time I'll just stop the video, and once it is finished I'll start it again. So friends, the image is already copied to EveNG. Now we have to follow some steps, okay, which you can find on the EveNG website. I have already opened that link in my PC right now. So you have to skip these two, okay, not the second one. You just need to just copy this one. So how you can do that? First you have to go and putty. So type putty. If it is not installed, just try to install that one and browse to the same IP address. This is the IP address you have to browse in. So you have to do SSH. So 202.129, okay. Maybe I will just increase the front so that you guys will be able to see properly. Okay, now it is. So here again you have to type root EVE, okay. Now you are into EveNG machine, okay. Now you have to do some copy over here. So first you have to copy this command and you have to paste it. Now right now what we are doing is we are going into this folder, okay. Okay, we have not found any folder with this name because we have put a name of 1.1, okay. We have to just check what is the file name over here, 1.0. So we have to type the same name over here, 1.0, okay. Now ls. Now we can find there is only one image which I can see, which is the Panorama image, okay. Now you have to go and check the next command. So we are renaming this one as this one, okay. So renaming the original file to video QCW02, okay. So we are just changing the name, that's all, okay. Now you have to go to putty and type it. Now instead of this file name you have to copy and paste the correct name over here, okay. So I'll just copy this and paste it over here, done. Now here you will see that the file name has already been changed now, okay. Now what we are doing is we are creating a HDD, like hard disk, for syslog purpose. So we'll just go and create a HDD for this. So we'll just do that, okay. Now it is happening, it will take some time, okay. Now it says that it has been done already for this particular image. Now we are done, okay. So we'll just type cd and then we just need to fix the permission, that's all. Fix the permission. Now once you run this command, it has to be valid, okay. Once this is valid, if you are not EveNG Pro user, I'm not sure what would be the status over here. It has to be valid, I guess so, but I'm not sure about it. But for pro ones, you guys will get this online check status valid. Okay, so done. We are done with that. Now we'll go to GUI and try to import the panorama image. Okay, so friends, now we'll go here 192.168.202.129. okay, so this is the where we are going to log in. So here admin EVE. Okay, so once you logged in over here, we'll try to create a new lab with the help of Panorama, and we'll try to start the Panorama and see how it is getting started. So this is a very easy way to set up a Panorama lab in your EVE-NG environment. Okay, so friends, we have just logged into EVE-NG. Now we'll create a lab. Okay, we'll just name as Pano Test. Okay, and save it. Now we have to open the Pano Test. Okay, and then we have to import the device over here. Now you will be seeing Panorama, Palo Alto Panorama. Now it requires 16 GB of RAM. Before it was telling that it requires 8 GB, but when we import it, it depends on the version itself. So as this version requires 16 GB, that is the reason it is saying like this. Okay, now it requires 4 CPU as well. Okay, now we will save it. Okay, and we'll just start it. So once we start, we'll see whether it is getting booted properly or not. Okay, so it takes some time to boot it. So for that time being, I'll just stop the video and start it once this fully start. So friends, the Panorama has booted properly now. We will log in, and the default username password is admin at the first is. Now you have to change the password. So you have to put your old password and then your new password. Okay, so you have to put this one. Now you logged into Panorama. Okay, the first thing that you are going to do is you have to see the interface IP address, any IP address that is given over here or not. So now you are able to see the IP address which is given over here is a 192.168.1.1. Now there are two options you can do over here. Okay, now first thing, you can connect a PC, a Windows PC over here, and configure the IP address 192.168.1.2 and try to access Panorama. Okay, now there is another way. We can take a cloud. Okay, and we will be able to access this cloud is connected to our local PC. Okay, and then you will be able to access the Panorama. So we'll try to do with the cloud. Okay, I've already showed the PC for the other labs, but today I'm going to show you how we can connect through the cloud. Okay, so what we are going to do is we'll just try to take a network which is cloud 0 and we'll save it. Okay, now this cloud 0 is a DHCP enable network. So what we will do is we'll try to configure a DHCP client as. Okay, so we'll go to config mode first and then set device configure system type static. I guess it has to be static, and set device configure system IP address. Okay, now as I know the IP address range for my VMware, so where I can check that out for, so you can go here, EVE-NG, go to virtual network editor, okay, and then you have to go to NAT and you have to check the DHCP settings. So this is the range. You can configure any IP address from this range. So you can check yours and you can configure accordingly. Okay, so I'll just configure the IP address as 192.168.202.168 and the net mask is 255.255.255.0. okay, now here the default gateway will be 192.168.202.2. okay, and we'll do a commit. Okay, so once it is commit, we will be able to check whether we are able to access this IP address or not from your browser. Okay, so once this commit is complete, we'll try that. Okay, so now 80% is completed. This is very easy to set up the lab for Panorama. Okay, so now we'll try 192.168.202.168. okay, and this will be HTTPS, right? Okay, now as you can see, we have got the certificate error which is not trusted by our browser, so we are getting it. Now we'll put the password, the change password, the new password which we have configured. Okay, now you are logged into Panorama right now. Okay, now you have, I just wanted to give information to you guys first of all. Okay, now the thing is, if you see over here, retrieve license from Panorama. Okay, retrieve Panorama license. So you have to have a license, and where you can get this license, you can get this license from your account manager. So let's say if you're working for some client, okay, you can ask the client that I want a demo license for Panorama. I want to practice Panorama in my lab, and this is what my requirement is. Or let's say in your company itself, if there is an account manager, you can approach to your manager and you can send an email that I want a demo license for my Panorama device. I want to set up a lab. They will give you, okay, a demo license. So you can put your demo license over here, or so basically what you have to do is you have to do it completely manual. Okay, and you have to go to Panorama. Okay, and you have to put your serial number. They will give you a serial number and you have to put the serial number, click OK, and you have to configure the DNS over here so that it uses that particular DNS and it goes on internet, and this device has to reach on internet. If that condition fulfills, then it will go, the Panorama will go and retrieve the license from the license server, or maybe if they are providing you some kind of license, those account manager, you can do it offline as well. Okay, so this is how you can set up a Panorama lab, and you can do all the labs step by step in the demo period itself. Okay, so guys, this is what I wanted to show you in this video. If you liked it, please give it a like, and also comment it. If you have any question or suggestion, put it in the comment, or you can send me an email or Instagram message, Facebook message, wherever you want. Okay, and thank you so much for supporting, guys. Our next target is 20k. As soon as possible, we'll try to reach over there, and there are a lot more things that is coming or on the way. Actually, I'm planning for 2 videos in the week, so I'm not getting time right now for some issues. So I'll try to make this happen maybe by next month or next to next month. Every week I'll be putting 2 videos. So I'll request you to please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss a video from me. And whenever I upload any video, you'll get notified as well once you click on the bell icon. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.